the people, they were trying to find a reason to keep their property. They say, okay, the prices were down, but maybe in a couple of months they go up. But no, this case is different than 2018 and 2017.
Okay. Let's talk about 2023. In your, I don't know, vision, how would you describe the 2023 year? Because we are so close to the end of the year. How was the market?
It's a very interesting question. You know what? I'm doing real estate since 2006, and I encounter in 2 different years the same downfall of the real estate market. But that downfall was for 6 months, the mostly. So in 2008, I remember, was a big stock market plunged in New York in September 2008, and the market was down from September 2008 until April 2009. So it was like 6 months that I used to sell like 3-4 properties per month. And on that period of time, I sold just 1 property per month. So it was kind of, scary situation. But fortunately, in April 2009, the market was rebounded and was okay. Okay. Yeah. Another period of time that it was scary was in 2017, when the government imposes taxes for foreign barriers. I remember was 20%, I think, and all the Chinese guys from Hong Kong or from main China that they went to invest in Toronto, in Canada, they stopped investing because the government imposed at 20%. Even the purchases from people outside Canada was probably in Toronto 1%, maybe in Vancouver was like 4 or 5%, but in Toronto was just 1%. Yes. Impacted more emotionally the guys, and they stopped investing. It's not that. That,
and this is not good, right?
It's not good. So basically, in 2017, the prices they dropped since was in I think in April 2017, and they dropped to to the end of the year. But then in January 2018, the prices went up again. So was like a 7 months downfall, 6 months, the same in 2008, and was rebounded. Okay. Now it's a different situation. So in 2022, in February, March, April, let's say, was the peak. And then the prices went down, and they raised the price 10 times. In 2022, in the end, everybody was thinking, okay, let's move to 2023. And it was a very interesting situation. Last year was very low, like 1 year ago was very, very low, the number of sales. And I remember that, in January, just because January, usually it's a month that the prices are going up every year, like calendaristically speaking.
Oh, it's good to know.
April, they went up like in the first 2 days. So January, February, March again went up, and then from April they become to soften, and then now it's less sales than normal, and because what happened was there are some different factors. Okay. So first of all, the COVID was impacting so many businesses, and they, so many restaurants, bars and stuff like that, or salons. The sales business, they were much more affected, and they went out of business because they're supposed to pay a rent. They couldn't pay that rent because they didn't have income. So many small businesses, they went bankrupt. And then the war in Ukraine. When was starting the war, the oil prices are low, and then they come up. Because it's a war in Ukraine, we raise the prices. Also, they raised the prices on the foods because they said Russia and Ukraine, they are more exporters of grains, and so all kind of.
But how is Canada impacted by
I know,
that's
I know, but they find the reason. So they find the reason, just the reason.
It's not necessarily the truth.
It's not the truth,
Because
yes.
we are not in Europe. I
Yeah.
can see Europe to be
Yeah.
affected. Like, you know, it makes sense.
But
But
I bet even if in Zimbabwe, which doesn't have any resources, is
So-
starting a war, they said, oh, because in Zimbabwe it's a war, we have to raise the prices again. So it's just politics.
So it's no
just pure
connection
politics,
whatsoever.
you know.
It's just,
but it's impacting the human lives here,
I know.
So
because
imagine.
it's a domino effect.
Imagine.
Affects, all
So
the...
we have so much resources in Canada, like oil, gas. You know, we are all one of the best countries in the world. They have that kind. We are Russia,
Resources,
the resources, and they still import that one just for the sake of saving the environment. But guess what? The environment is hurt. You know, on those countries, you know, and not here. But what's the point? The total, the globe, it's still impacted by those, oil rigs and stuff like that. So why we cannot, drill oil here and use it here and for a less price and then make the people happy? Hopefully, in the next election we
Okay,
vote for the right, for the right candidate. Anyway, so this is my point. So the people, they were trying to find a reason to keep their property. They say, okay, the prices were down, but maybe in a couple of months they go up. But no, this case is different than 2018 and 2017.
Okay, why?
Why
is that?
Because of so many wars. Now it's a war in Israel. Now it's a war in Ukraine. And now we have so many different situation. It's out of our control, and the people are scared. The people are scared. They try to save as much as they can. They don't want to spend in real estate, on stocks and bonds. They want to keep the money because they feel like will be a recession for a long period of time. And it's true. So I have so many clients that they said, Marius, I am cash negative with so many real estate investments. We have tenants. We're supposed to have, positive cash flow. No, because the rates, they went up and they didn't close the variable rate on time. Now the variable rate is double or triple than they used to have before. And now, for the same monthly rent that they receive from the tenants, they are not cash flow positive. They are negative. They put like $1,000 from their pocket just to keep the property. So, and the problem is, even tomorrow I have to put a house on the market, an apartment in downtown. And I told my client, I said, please understand, you're not taking the money that you used to take 1 year before. It's much less, but still you have a chance to close today. Because if you are waiting until 2024, will be a hard landing. Trust me, Felicia. Keep my words.
Not necessarily good news for the 2024.
No. So if you have a house, Mr. Seller, if you want to sell, if you think that you can keep that property for another 4 or 5 years, it's okay. You can wait. But if you want to, let's say, if you're, thinking of, going in retirement and to sell your place and to move to another country or to move to a smaller location, or, so now is the time to sell, because next year probably will be 10%, 20% less in your property. This is my feeling. Is my feeling.
Yeah, but you have the information.
I have the information.
And, predictions. They are like, I mean, and you can see different numbers. When you look to the numbers, you see differently than we see.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
I can still look to the numbers, and I'm not seeing what you're seeing. So, you know what you're saying. So, but it's so hard, and I see a lot of properties for rent. So people are actually renting. They're still that's interesting because they still live there. So they live either on the main floor and then they rent the basement, or they live in the basement and then they rent the upstairs.
Yes,
I see more and more people doing.
Oh yeah, so multi-generation families, like 10 years ago, they used to live separately. So let's say the kids, they live outside of the house. Now I have many more situations than the parents, they're living, they're asking their kids to come live with them, in the basement to cover the expenses. so everybody can live. This is like an old style in Europe. Usually this is
Yeah,
happening in
I mean,
Europe
for us,
usually.
it's nothing like unusual, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, comparing with other like
With the other years, yeah,
years,
it's
different.
tougher and
It's
tougher,
different,
and then
yeah.
now the people, they are trying to find triplexes to live
I
with
know.
the triplexes and
You
fourplexes,
can't find it actually.
and you know they want to live in the main floor.
Yeah.
They keep the the kids on the first floor, then they rent the second floor and the basement. So the third floor and the
Yeah.
basement, they're producing
I
some
know.
passive income that they can survive. So we'll be
Yeah.
passing hard times, trust me, in the next
Yeah.
couple of years. Whoever is not prepared, sell it now. Today at 5 o'clock, I have
Well, it's a day for us, but it's not a day because we are doing recording. But anyway,
exactly.
yes.
So today,
Today
basically,
it's
yes,
November
November, yes,
13th.
yes,
So
yeah. So I'm going to meet a lady that she cannot pay the second mortgage anymore. So she has two mortgages on the property, the first mortgage and the second mortgage. The second mortgage is not paid for much more than 1 year, and then she receives an notice from the bank. If she's not paying it until next week, she will get power of sale. She will be in the power of sale.
okay, so you are meeting her, you want to help her, or
I try to see the documents. So basically, I have to see the letter from the bank. I have to see her bank's statements to see what is going on, and based on that, I can take a decision.
Well, Marius, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
How long have you been a real estate agent?
Since 2005.
Yes.
So almost 18 years.
18 years. Listen, you work so hard. You're top 100 agent worldwide, which is fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Scott.
And you don't just help people sell or buy homes. You do the whole pack. How do you know what to do to a house in order to increase its value?
I learn from you.
Yeah. Okay, so you're a pro then.
Yeah. So I try to, explain people that if they, improve their, like with a new countertop, a new flooring, a new bathroom, a new kitchen, they will, like for each dollar, they will get maybe $1, $2, $3, $4 more.
Yes.
So this is very important.
It's the return on investment.
Exactly.
You want to take care of your clients. You're not just here to help them buy or sell a home. You help them move. You give them renovation tips.
Everything.
It's one of the reasons why you and your family are so successful in this business.
Yes. They give me the keys of the house, and they live in Caribbean for 2 weeks, and when they come back, the house is sold for the most money.
You should have your own show.
No. So I am so busy doing that, but I love it. But it's a pleasure to do the best thing for my clients. So.
Well, look, you've seen a lot. You've got a lot of experience, especially in the Markham area. Where do you see the future of real estate in Markham?
Because of the huge immigration in Canada, I think it's a good investment for investors to invest in real estate.
Yes.
And especially in Markham, because it's close to Toronto. Close to 404, so it's a very very close to Toronto, and the value in long term will go up for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a great investment.
Listen, congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much, Scott.
You're the best at what you do.
Thank you so much.